because every day we are surrounded by so many sounds, and this could be a starting point for them to sort of be aware of all the sounds around them, and that a bridge, even a bridge, can make music.
I remember it opening, and so I've been there all the time it's been there, and it's kind of quite divisive in the city. So hopefully this piece will allow them to kind of see it and hear it in a new light. And realise that art, whether it's sonic art or visual art, can be made of the things that are right next to you.
The idea was to make a sound walk across the Humber Bridge, and to make something out of a bridge in itself is quite a weird thing to do, but it's turned out to be this beautiful project. Also because it's interactive, so when you pass certain points during this walk, that would trigger certain musical fragments. It was interesting to start with the actual walk on the bridge and to hear the sound of the bridge. So we went inside the bridge. We listened to the sounds of the cars moving across our heads. We went down further inside of the bridge, and Jess took some beautiful recordings of the cables resonating, which sounds like an orchestra in itself.
What I've been doing on the bridge is using contact microphones and geophones, so specialist microphones. I spend a lot of time listening to it, which does make you sound slightly odd. You know, what do? I listen to bridges. I spent several days inside the bridge, actually in the anchor towers, and also recording the cables that hold the bridge up. Or rather one cable. It's one cable that goes backwards and forwards hundreds of thousands of times. And then also underneath the bridge, and then further along the banks in amongst the reeds. So really exploring the whole area, which is it's local to where I live actually, but it's an area that I've been fascinated with sonically for a long time.
The field recordings were the starting point for the whole composition. And after a while we could take away a lot of the raw material and then have the orchestra play. The beautiful orchestra and the singers. And then having Arve, the trumpet player and the vocalist, to respond to that.
It's based on improvisation, also having this sort of the images of the bridge in mind. I've done a few different projects, but not as huge as this. And it's difficult to sort of have a total perspective on what it's going to be. And I like that because I'm very fond of improvisation.
It's a fantastic honor to be part of this, also because Hull is celebrating the city of culture, but also it's a celebration of a long relationship between the people of Yorkshire and Hull and the Norwegians and the Icelandic people, because it was a travel route with the North Sea.
We'd like people to rethink the structure and just the whole area really. Just really soak it all up really, you know. Enjoy the bridge in a new way.